Hello, hello. We have a new chapter of Attack on Titan. The last one went through many different major emotional and subject matter phases. First, starting off with a real classic of Attack on Titan writing, where we're introduced to some very minor characters. We see how they fit into kind of a greater plot, and then we see them get smushed or eaten or killed or brutalized in some other fashion, just to kind of drag us down into the emotional mire of what's happening. We got a lot of what I guess I would call rumbling porn, where we just saw some shots of the wall titans completely trampling cities indiscriminately, flattening the world, which is something that had been kind of promised to us for eons now, something that we knew the series had the potential to escalate to. And I would be a little disappointed if we didn't see it, but they're doing a good job of really emphasizing how horrific this is, how um, unprecedentedly destructive it is, with all of these awesome perspectives of the Titans, really showing their scale and their unstoppability. Then we got some kind of more exploration into Aaron's psyche, contrasting with Armin's psyche, all kind of centered around this idea of like, what did we imagine to exist beyond the walls? What was this imagined landscape that had always been motivating us, that had always kind of existed on the edges of our dreams? Armin was quite disappointed, of course, that the world outside the walls wasn't what he imagined, and Aaron was too. But then at the very end, looking at Aaron, we're not sure how literal this depiction is. Atop the original Titan, seeing the true landscape of the world, almost the curvature of the Earth from that height, seems quite satisfied with what he sees now. Seems quite blessed and freed by this landscape that he has risen himself to. So it feels like the stakes have all been set for the final showdown. But it's very hard to imagine exactly how that's going to play out. We're going to find out. Let's see. Let's see what happens. It's quiet. Radio citizen what's south. So we return to the ship, towing the flying boat to the engineers who are going to be able to make it ready to fly. This is their real only shot at contacting Aaron, given that he's however many hundred feet above the ground. Crosses across the mountains. Try to launch the flying boat into the sky. For hometown, please save Peterson. Okay. This chapter's title is called Wings of Freedom, so I imagine it's going to be mostly about getting the flying boat up in the air. That'll be quite a nice climactic moment. You gotta realize, like, flight is something new for these guys. This is an unprecedented technology. This is an experience that none of them have had yet. There's the Zeppelins. Yeah, never mind. There's the Zeppelins. Oh, I almost screwed up. It's like when I was like, whoa, did they invent guns after the time skip? And I forgot there was like a billion guns before the time skip. No, there's the Zeppelins. They've flown around before, but this is different because it goes fast and it can catch up with Aaron. Almost. Oh, I could imagine I would get some comments about that. There's the Zeppelins. Of course there's the Zeppelins. The Zeppelins were a very major plot point. Okay. They haul the boat into the hangar. Damn explosives are in the way. Oh, okay. They have all this dynamite because the Aaron faction was planning on self-destructing the flying boat so that it wouldn't fall into their hands. Might be able to send them towards Aaron. I'm not too sure. So Armin's getting these like flashes of inspiration, but he can't quite articulate what he means. I don't think their plan is to blow up Aaron. Their plan has always been, let's talk to Aaron. Let's somehow come to some peaceful resolution. Because blowing up Aaron, I don't think that really helps. And I don't think that would really work. This paltry amount of dynamite. Falco is freaking out, as expected. Gabby and the cart titan, Pietch, seem kind of indifferent. I guess they're much more used to this situation. They've come to accept it. What should I do from now on? It's only us left. Sorry, I don't know. All these little scenes, tiny little vignettes of these characters interacting. At the end game of series like this, there seems to be this sense that a lot of characters kind of lose their purpose, right? From a storytelling perspective, it makes perfect sense. As the objectives and kind of conflict points narrow, more and more characters just can't really contribute, find themselves at a loss even to as their motivations. And I think in lesser stories, it's just this kind of swept under the rug that characters will just stop talking, stop appearing in scenes. Their time is up. The writers know it, so they're awkwardly shuffled off screen. But I think in good series, in series that really stick with you, they embrace this and they kind of let you in on these characters in these moments of confusion, of adriftness, of loss. The one that comes to mind for me is Evangelion. Watching the final arcs of Evangelion and often seeing scenes where characters are just totally at a loss of what to do, kind of talking to one another and just venting this confused frustration, this sense of purposelessness. It really settles you into a feeling of things ending, of things now kind of going beyond you. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe within Falco's exasperation, within Annie's kind of blankness, there's going to be something that ends up having relevance, that ends up impacting these major climactic moments. I don't know. I don't know. It allows itself to go either way with this, but they don't awkwardly just remove these characters. They don't somehow shoehorn in some lame plot line. They allow them to be, at a loss. Now do what you can. Yeah, what can you do? Sorry, but saving? I don't know how you mean to save humanity. Rather, the Eldians of Marley have been oppressed by Eren from the day I was born. Even if the rumbling stopped right now after Marley's destruction, there won't be anything left to protect Eldia. I really feel sorry for them. They weighed their hopes on us just to save our hometown. But I can't fight anymore. But in time, I just want for there to be peace. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I'm saying, right? Like, Annie can't really contribute very much at this point. She doesn't really see herself as instrumental to this plan for world peace. What can she say to Eren? What can she believe in? What can she have any sort of hope in? But that feeling too. Wait, hold on. wait. What is the implication here? She's at a loss. She's looking at Armin. Armin, who of course does not fall into this camp of characters at a loss. Armin, of course, falling into the camp of characters trying to do friggin' everything because they're going to take every single chance they can get. Looking at Armin, Mikasa sees that Annie's looking at Armin. Annie sees that she's looking at Armin. She blushes. Mikasa makes a face. This is a bizarre moment of levity. I don't do anything right now. But since Armin is taking the flying boat with us, I'm going to see Eren. So what are you going to do? You're going to save humanity by killing Eren. I won't kill. I'm going to get the old Eren back. I just want that. That's that, but where's your scarf? I have it, but I'm not wearing it now. Okay, so the scarf, of course, is the one that Eren gave her. A trademark part of her look, something that we've always seen her wearing. For her to say, I have it, but I'm not wearing it now, I think is basically saying, like, I'm not killing Eren. I'm not, like, writing him off. I'm not saying he's dead to me. But right now, I am not aligned with him, basically. It's obvious, right? Okay, okay. As I was expressing it, I'm like, there's no insight here. Of course that's what it means. But it's good, right? I like that kind of thing. I like the understatedness of it. I like that it's understated and yet it's acknowledged. I think it would be a little too, I don't know, like baiting if it just happened unacknowledged and it was only for the hardcore fans among us, not including me, that would have been like, hey, she's not wearing her scarf. Anyways. Whoa. Here we see, of course, Commander Levy, the strongest man alive. Look at this. I also have nothing to do now. This is the exact theme I'm talking about, right? That we're approaching this endgame, and the feeling we have to have is like loss, a loss of understanding, a loss of motivation. They're just staggering around. The world will exterminate the island of paradise. I will assemble the ships at the military port. Anyone barrel, you go to prison for 1 month. Gather the allies here. Contact. There's a limit to the rumbling. They don't know what the clauses. Okay. So this is a flashback to Aaron's strategizing with Yelena. Nations that have lost their battleships will be driven to collapse. All major nations collapse. That is more than enough for us. The aerospace lab in the southern Marleyan Mountains is somewhat concerning. Okay, okay. This is quite interesting because until now, the rumbling has been kind of depicted as an absolute. It starts and the world goes flat, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But here we can see it's a little more nuanced and a little more strategic. There's a limit to the rumbling. You can't literally just flatten the entire world. Instead, we're going to operate a bit strategically and make all of the nations collapse. We're going to target government centers, military centers, battleships, enough that the world might as well be flat from like a geopolitical standard. And there is something that threatens them, the aerospace lab. They don't want Marley to escape into space. Basically, it's probably Aaron's second target. See. Oh, when when Levy said, "I was asleep as if I had a fever," that fucking bastard's back now. I thought he meant Aaron, but he means Yelena. You know about the existence of any weapon that can take down the fighting titan. Go to Karifa Air Base to destroy the planes. Okay, not escape into space, just planes. Makes sense. Makes sense. Marley, of course, also researching planes. The whole world is at that kind of technological stage of development. So, yeah, okay. Here to ask in return. Zeke lost, but he was not wrong. The only solution to 2,000 years of the Eldian problem is the euthanasia plan. Let's see from the destruction of the rumbling. Aaron did not show any solution, hope, or future, only my helplessness. Okay. Still working on the plane. She isn't safe either, but it's safe on the plane. They know the kids are gonna smuggle themselves on the plane before. They're always jumping on zeppelins and stuff. Kids just love being up in the air. But this is interesting, right? The sense of purposelessness, of misdirection from the characters is impacting the plot insofar as it has to be like accounted for. That people are almost becoming desperate to reinsert themselves in the happenings, to feel like they have some sort of investment or agency. So they're gonna lock the kids in the room. I have to give meaning to my comrades' sacrifices. It is my duty as a warrior. Whoa, I really like how that's articulated. I think that is one of the very major themes of the series. Very succinctly put, from a character who is disconnected from most of the events of the series and was long considered an enemy, of course, of the protagonists, and yet so eloquently summarizes why so many people do what they do in this series. I have to give meaning to my comrades' sacrifices. Not I have to get revenge, although maybe it takes that form. Not I need to, complete the mission that they were trying to accomplish. I just have to give meaning to it. I just have to place it in some larger narrative, in some greater understanding, such that it reflects something about the truth of the world. Okay, okay. A minor time skip. The plane is taking off in 1 hour. This is our plane crew, it looks like. 2 fingers are enough. God damn, what a badass. The only one fleeing. What about it? Remember the little Marley from the beginning. You don't need to carry our burden. To apologize to you and Bernhold. That day, this all happened because I forced the mission to continue. Whoa. I have to sneeze. Oh, what the heck? I thought I was like 2 seconds away from a sneeze. I hate that feeling. Sorry, whoa, that like totally took over my brain for that instant. Okay, so it looks like from this conversation that Annie is going on the plane after all? Saying that I'm the only one fleeing? Or maybe Reiner and, oh my god, I can't remember her name, sorry. Pierch are going on the plane? I don't know. Okay, to do it again, you and Brenthold could have returned to your families. I don't have the right to apologize. I lost count of how many times I wanted to kill you. Oh. The O is somehow very funny. Yeah, so they're going on the plane. Okay. Along with Connie and, secret policeman, inner policeman guy whose name I forgot. Hange, Mikasa, Armin, Levy. Why can't I think? John? John. Depending on her a lot. Annie's fought before. It's fine. Annie is fine as is. Okay. This whole Armin Annie thing is so strange. So sudden, and yet all of the complexities of Armin inheriting Bertholdt's memories and having these complexes and compulsions to go talk to Annie while she was crystallized and stuff. I think it has a good sense of derangement in its suddenness, that it reflects a certain fragility and complexity within their mental states. Who knows what'll end up happening with it, but we got some kind of more light comedic moments from it already, so I'm fine. As much as I hate to admit it, as you said, General McGarth gave us one final command. Work together. Piek! That's it. Piek. Sasiga Piek. Hajime is such a creep. They just want to ride on the car Titan. Be friends soon. I love these. Everyone watching. Can we face our dead comrades with pride? Don't say shit like that. Oh, it's like we're at the limits of these character dynamics. Okay, they're refueling. They're almost there. Oh, but swimming all the way here, I guess. One of the Jaeger loyalists. This asshole, whose name eludes me, but he was one of the ones in command. Just firing wildly at the plane with a gun that I'm sure they invented quite recently. Okay. Trying to disable the plane? Trying to kill the engineers? I don't know. But with no hesitation, Mikasa annihilates this guy. The hook right into the neck. Flotch. Yeah, Flotch. Flotch latched onto the ship and swam along behind it. There are holes in the fuel tank. Ooh, so this is right before they refueled. So it's not like the fuel is spilling out. But they gotta figure out how to patch this and fast. I don't know, that's not the worst case scenario, is it? They're just little holes. Just gum them up, something. I don't know, maybe it is a big deal. I don't know how planes work. Can't fly like this. You have to block them. Okay. Everyone is at their complete operational limit. They just got shot at. They're going to weld on little steel patches, but the rumbling is coming. Damn, I didn't think one of the big climactic crises of this series would be, can we fix a plane while everything is shaking because a wall of titans is walking towards us? Actually, though, now that I say it out loud, maybe that isn't such an unexpected thing in this series. Okay. Good tension. Yeah. Here they come. This is going to be an amazing shot, I'm sure. The rumbling is here. Look at that. As numerous as the trees, and yet dwarfing the trees. This army of titans approaching. Okay. Please don't go. The island will be massacred. Our devil, our only hope. Flosh. He's dead. It's as you say, Flosh, but we can't give up. If we fail today, we try again. Okay. What? This titan fell down. It's too steep for them. This titan fell down and he's doing a little slippy slide. Oh my gosh. I really, really appreciate that. I really do. Because I feel like the one concern I had with the rumbling is that it would be depicted as so huge, so overwhelmingly powerful, which again I think is good. It needs to do that. Make it feel like this unprecedented ultimate in power and destructiveness. But if you make it like too, how do I put this? Too like anonymously powerful? If it's just the same as, say, like a gigantic tsunami or a major earthquake or like a bomb or something like that, then it loses the feel of it being Titans. It loses the feel of it being, you know, Attack on Titan. So just this little shot reminding you that these are individual, gigantic, human-shaped things walking around and squishing stuff. And not just a wall, not just a force, but a thing comprised of many, many, many moving parts. Just by having this guy fall down. It's fantastic. Just reminding us. Gabby and Falco freaking out. Annie doesn't know what to do. She lets them off. They'll probably do something stupid. Down in the coal mines. Or not the coal mines, but the furnace. Out of options. Now I have to buy time with... okay. Armin, it kind of makes sense that he could be like, I will turn into my own Colossal Titan, which is smaller, but still pretty darn big. Like, the Colossal Titan could poke up over the wall, right? These guys are, like, bigger than the wall because they're kind of squat inside the wall, right? So I think they're bigger than the Colossal Titan, but not insanely bigger. So it makes sense that Armin can kind of fight them off, possibly, conceivably. It's really difficult to know this matchup. I kind of hope that happens, though. I kind of expect it to happen, just because, like, this whole series is largely about Titan battles, and to deprive us of this sort of Titan battle would be kind of surprising. But at the same time, like, it's not gonna work. There's a lot more of them than there is of you, and they're very much targeting this area. So even if you stop the ones that are the biggest immediate threat, they're just gonna circle around and squish you. And then also Reiner says, I will buy time? You're not gonna buy time, dude. They're just gonna kick you. They're gonna punt you, and you're gonna go sailing over the horizon with like a ding. Oh man, okay. I brought everyone here. I killed countless comrades to be here. I will take that burden. Armin Alert, I'm promoting you to the 15th Commander of the Survey Corps. Requirement for the Commander of the Scouts is to never give up. I'm better than you, all of these. Everyone to you. Wow, so Armin now is actually totally in charge. At a long last, at the end of a long chain of succession over many deaths and many years, Armin is in charge. Wow, this is quite a pivotal moment. But my main question is, how the heck is Hange planning on giving them any time? What can she possibly do to slow down these Titans? I have no idea. I'm very curious, but I have no idea. Oh, bye, everyone. Lucky is your subordinate now. Manhandle him as you will. You know what? My time has come. So I want to go out with a bang, so please let me go. Oh, explosives. Okay. That makes a little more sense. She has some kind of major explosive rigged up that she's going to go and self-sacrificially detonate. Okay. That I could see being actually fairly effective. Dedicate your heart. Dang. And he does their old salute, like, over to her. It's very, very out of character. He allows himself here in this largest of climaxes. One tiny little scrap of sentimentality. Okay. She flies in. This looks like a 0 to 100 matchup. What in the world could she possibly do? Titans really are wonderful. In the end, she's still a big Titan nerd, and I like that they reminded us of that with her little fascination with the card Titan. This is like a character trait of hers that was a much bigger factor way back when she's first introduced, doing all sorts of crazy experiments on Titans. She's a Titan nerd, Titan otaku. And now in the end, this is the final thought we're left with from Hange. Okay, I thought she might have like some special explosive device, but she's just using the thunder spears. I don't know if that's gonna work. Did these Titans even have a weak spot in their nape? Because the other ones, it was because they used to be humans, right? That their weak spot was in their nape. Or at least that's what I seem to recall. That like the human body extends from there in Titanization, so that if you hit that spot, that's where like the actual like nerve center is. But these guys were just made by Ymir in that magical berserk fantasyland place. I don't know. Do you know what I do? Do you know what I'm referencing? It was when. It doesn't matter. It reminded me of something in Berserk. Anyways, in that, you know, that place, she was making them there in that place. They don't have anything to do with humans. They just look like humans. Oh, but it works. One is down. One falls down. This is the first time we've seen like a break in ranks, besides the guy falling down the hill. Hange blocked it. The fuel. Okay. Okay. They got all the fuel in. They're moving the plane. The steam blasting off of the Titans. Super hot. She's burning up. Blowing up Titans one by one. The plane's propellers are turning. They're pushing it out. The hangar got squished. Takeoff, hold on. Okay. She burns up. That's it for okay. And then Hange very much not on fire. We see them now shocked but alive. Oh! Oh. With all the dead homies. Whoa. Okay. Wow. You know, this feels kind of out of line for the series to depict something after death, to depict something so out of like their fantasies, you know, to allow someone this kindness feels very out of character for the storytelling of Attack on Titan. But I appreciate it here. You know, they were a character that was often kind of comedic relief. One of those comedic relief characters that is like an otaku, super devoted, super obsessed Titan nerd. but then in crucial situations is capable of a great seriousness, a depth of strategic mind, and a deep empathy as well. One of the most human characters in a lot of ways, in the way that they interacted with their peers and their friends. A character that I would say more than almost anyone is innocent within this series, which is saying a lot. Not totally innocent, of course, but closer than others. So to give them this final bit of peace, we don't know if it's real, we don't know if it's a vision, we don't know if it's a near-death experience, but it's very meaningful to them, that's for sure. So hard being commander, that idiot here. Yeah, we don't know. I don't know what to make of this, but I'll accept it. I see now, you know, they deserve this. Okay. A nice chapter. The plane is taken off. The final showdown awaits. What can they possibly say to Aaron to resolve this situation? I don't know, but we'll find out in like a month or so. Okay. Goodbye for now.